She got everything, but she bang with us. Hook her on the team, bang. She a little button for the cameras. We got everything that you need.
We were still talking about news, technically.
Oh yeah, the only thing you gotta do left was Daredevil. Respect.
Oh shit. Oh, true.
Yeah, we could do this.
Put respect on Kingpin's name.
Yeah, well, season 3 was good as fuck.
I got one episode left, but
I just finished it last night.
What I will say is that, Kingpin did everything the Hand should have done. Like the way they made Kingpin do shit, like as far as like what he did with Foggy, like the amount of control he had of the system. Yeah. That is how they try to sell the Hand, but they never had any level of that control. Like true. Kingpin should have like come up under that. Like basically they should have did all that shit, and then Kingpin should have been like, "Oh, these niggas out the way. Now I can start."
That's kind of what it was after they went down. Then Kingpin.
But like he never admitted in season 3. He never admitted that was the reason. All of this seemed like he was planning this from the beginning.
I know he was.
Like, and that's how the Hand should have been.
When the lady told the Indian buddy that, "Oh, you been on this radar for years,"
I was like, that's how the Hand should have been. This is what they've been talking about. The Hand has been around for thousands of years. They should have plans like that for niggas. Like where I've been knowing that this shit was harming you for years, bro. All of your movements was like planned.
Right.
That's why they had to cancel.
Orchestrated that whole thing. That's why I thought it was so funny, because it was like, and I like that they didn't reveal to the audience like the way like a typical comic book would, where it's like, this is my evil plan, and then you see it play out and you see the villain lose. It's like I was with Daredevil not knowing what the fuck was gonna happen, and I was like, oh shit, Fist playing that shit too? Alright, I put some respect on his name, because at first I thought he really was just being a pussy. Like I was like, oh, this nigga really just wanna be with this girl, and I'm like, no, he like legit playing all of this fucking shit, bro. I fuck with Fist, man. He's a decent villain.
Like, baby,
bro.
He up in the clear. I mean,
this is the way your Marvel season should end.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say.
Because I feel like we're gonna get a cancellation after that.
No, Daredevil's not getting canceled.
You sure?
No.
You sure Disney not gonna take that shit?
It might.
I don't think Daredevil's getting canceled.
No, it's
Disney
about,
might
it's
take
about
that
the
shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they gonna
to bring it to their service.
What's the ones that go cancel?
Luke Cage,
Luke Cage and Iron Fist. They gonna cancel because niggas didn't fuck with them.
Look, Disney about to make their own streaming service. They not renewing contracts, bro. Yeah. It's definitely not coming back for a new
But they still got they still have the rights. Disney still has the rights to Daredevil, not Daredevil.
No,
to Iron Fist.
And Netflix?
Yeah, but they still have it. They still have the rights to Iron Fist and
they don't have. They didn't sell the rights. They wrote up a contract so you can make X amount of films.
Yeah, right? But they still have it. I'm saying it's still within that contract. They didn't cancel it because Disney's taking it back. They canceled it because like it's not worth it. Niggas not watching Iron Fist like they watch Daredevil.
What I'm saying is when it come time to renew a contract.
Oh yeah, when that time comes, yes, Disney will easily say, "Nah, it's a wrap."
Yeah, but that time not gonna be no more.
But that time isn't here yet.
I'm waiting on a Punisher season whenever they're gonna announce that, because this Daredevil got me hyped for white people's success. Because clearly they out here fucking up minorities, bro. Jessica Jones got, like, when they don't have the pressure of like, I need to play to an agenda, it clearly works.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
So this is what I gotta say about it. I was like, my final thoughts was like, man, Kingpin slick as hell, just so y'all was thinking. But this other part that made me realize like I wouldn't fight this nigga. It was when he was in the cell hitting like 405.
Yeah.
And you thought that nigga was struggling. Then he got shaken. He threw 405. Like, if you've ever bench pressed 405, like you know, bro, that's a different amount of strength. Like you feel it in your asshole when you hit that shit. And I'm like, I feel it when you struggling. I'm like, bro, I know where you coming from. Then when he threw that motherfucker, I was like, that nigga strong. Like, it don't matter how strong you get. 405 ain't never just like a fun nigga. Like that nigga strong.
Did he be out here putting masks over people and beating them to death? You saw when he put that shit over that dude in the car and just punched his ass to death?
Cause he's strong.
That's
bro.
405 punches hitting you right in your face.
No, it's more than 405 because he, like you said, he was throwing that.
He threw that motherfucker.
That was wild.
I didn't go stab too. So
yeah.
True.
Like,
the jail setup was decent too. I just thought that shit was funny as hell. When he was like, "Hey, bro, stop asking these questions." They're like, "We gotta check you out, bro. You gotta go to the top."
Hey, so when that happened, I thought I was gonna legitimately find out because I was watching that with Ingasha at the time, and I was like, they gonna find out that nigga blind because I'm like his pupils still don't react to light. I was like, it's gonna fuck everything up. I didn't know they was about to whoop that nigga ass. I I was just like, oh, he gonna get caught in an exam because they don't think he can cuss because his pupils dilated.
Did y'all call it was Bullseye like from the scene where he saved
Yeah, I knew it was him, but that's because I already knew, like, I know Bullseye. Like,
oh, I didn't know he used to be a cop if that's his lore. But I just, as soon as I saw some nigga just bodying everybody, I was like, alright, this got to be Bullseye or some. This is somebody important, clearly. Because
he's gonna be
ain't no regular cop just out. I thought it was Punisher at first, and I was like, oh,
Punisher ain't not that,
man. Yeah, but it's not.
Punisher ain't.
Yeah,
He
he
just
just gonna be back though.
But you know what? Now that you say it,
Bullseye.
Oh, word?
Well, you didn't see the end yet.
Yeah,
so.
no.
hey, but like,
But I liked how they did his thing. Like, I like how they were able to showcase like unique abilities in a weird way. Like, I just thought his shit was funny as hell. How, like, whenever they fought, he'd just be picking up random shit, throwing it, and it would just like they're just
He getting grass off the ground.
Yes, and he was like just straight knocking niggas, and it looked like it was annoying, but it was like, yo, this nigga throw is really good. Like, he hitting all this shit every time.
yeah,
So I was a little bit disappointed
He
though.
was
Like
tightened up.
in the
Just
church,
up.
I felt like he should have been able to still get Emma. I felt like towards the end when he fought Daredevil, then they started like letting him slide on the fact that his aim was OP. Because before he was ricocheting bullets. True. Like they jumped, they was like hiding and shit, and he was still getting them. But like when Emma or what the fuck is her name?
white bitch.
The white bitch, yeah. When she was like there standing at the end of the church and he threw some at her, she was able to dodge it. I'm like, this nigga should have accounted for the fact that she was gonna like dip left. Like, and still hit her. I would have thought like maybe like a little scrape or something to just still put respect, but she completely dodged it.
Maybe
and I was like, that's a little wild.
concussed.
Huh?
He concussed.
Nah, he was fighting buddy ass at the same time.
He was tired. The nigga did. He
Yeah,
actually got
still on
slept.
point.
No, he slept that nigga. Then he got up. So like, the nigga did get slept, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, if he missed, like, he did get knocked the fuck out. You know.
Yeah.
So
I appreciated the character development too for the white bitch. I thought it was decent.
I
Really?
like.
I thought it was unnecessary.
That one episode, I thought it was nice to show that she was cold blooded. That's why she killed that motherfucker. It wasn't like she was some nice little white girl. Like, no, this bitch sold drugs. She almost killed a nigga before. So now I totally understand why she shot that dude multiple times.
My favorite part, and this goes back to why I watch superhero movies anyway, is because most of the time I know the comic book story is like I like to see they display of powers, and like for the longest time I've been like, man, Daredevil, alright. I was like, niggas don't know comic book Daredevil will smack this nigga because like this Daredevil only used his hearing, but then they like kind of put respect on the fact like because they was like, oh, I can't hear in my right ear. I was like, what about your other senses? Like, because all his other senses are raw as fuck too, like just as raw as his hearing.
Yeah.
So they finally put some respect on it where that nigga like couldn't hear still, and he was like, oh, I can feel the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can taste what you had for fucking breakfast last night. Yeah. I was like, see, that's some Daredevil shit. And I be telling niggas, and niggas never believe me. I'm like, bro, Daredevil don't get hit just as much as Spider-Man don't get hit. This Daredevil be getting beat the fuck up, bro. He be getting beat the fuck up.
All I'm saying is that they low-key made what's his face look rawer than Iron Fist. Bullseye. Because the fact that he dropped Daredevil.
He is.
This Iron Fist is trash, bro. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's why they go
I have to take it to the fact of putting more disrespect on Iron Fist's name. That's all.
You know what I would
That
like
nigga
to
garbage,
see?
man.
You know what I would like to see out of season 4, which will be an awesome comic book payoff, and it would be a way for us to not feel bad at a decent Luke Cage season 2 ending, is if they made it somehow that because of this power vacuum with fuckhead Wilson Fisk, and then the fact that the Hand are also gone too, is where Daredevil takes over being the leader of the Hand, which he does in the comic book. Like, that'd be raw, because kind of like how they were going to do with Luke Cage.
That would have been what they should have done for the bringing them all together season, and then just put that nigga in jail after having him do the same shit when he got out. He clearly a better hand than anybody in the Hand, and I think he could drop most of them. Maybe Gal. We might have had some trouble with Gal.
Who?
Fisk.
He wouldn't have no trouble with that bitch.
Really?
One hit.
Because there's a distance though. There's a distance.
That nigga do got a bulletproof suit on though. One hit she did. Let's be real. One hit and that bitch dead. And you gonna see what happened. Just when you think niggas are raw, like Daredevil, think about how raw Daredevil and Bullseye look. You know what I'm saying? How raw they say.
He broke that nigga back.
He beat them niggas up, bro. Like,
He broke that nigga back. He can't even walk. That nigga crippled.
He broke his back again?
No, he broke Bullseye's back in the fight.
And you gonna spoil
He fought?
You just spoiled
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
This is the
shit.
last episode.
You say he's on the last episode.
Yeah.
So
Also, Bullseye trying to fight that
oh,
nigga?
my bad.
Stupid. That nigga's stupid. You know I don't care about spoilers.
Oh, yeah, well,
that nigga's stupid as hell.
That nigga, they was giving that nigga gold, but he's
Vince
strong.
was like his daddy.
It was, yeah, you gonna see how it, yeah, it was like a 3-way fight.
Nah, damn. Did they, three-way is in 3 people total, or is it 3 people
All
versus
three of these
Vince?
niggas trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
This about to drop. He's
Bro, that nigga's strong. Now them gal might get some good licks, but bro, he gon' ass going down. One hit, she going down.
Yeah, no, I can't. Nobu definitely getting dropped. Them weapons don't mean shit to them big ass hands.
No, them weapons.
Yeah, because Bullseye was throwing shit at that
That
nigga.
nigga suit bulletproof.
He's buddy and shit. He was all cut up, but that didn't mean shit. He still picked that nigga up. Bang.
Yeah, damn, the hand y'all trash, bro. That's so sad, man. All y'all niggas is boo boo. That's crazy.
No, yeah, Bullseye gonna come back stronger, so they should be his ass.
He gonna come back stronger?
Probably.
How do you get stronger?
Just watch the end credit. Last scene.
I'd love to see him versus
in
Punisher.
the first place. To be
Punisher
honest.
will get body.
You think so?
100%.
Wow. It's tough. I can't see that. I can see it if he if gun to gun battle, 100%. But I'm talking about if he just throwing cups and shit, then it's over. Because Punisher gonna take it there. Like that's the thing. He the only nigga that's gonna take it there.
No, so only way I would see Punisher is if he can like plan ahead for that nigga.
Yeah.
Then, okay, it's different. But if
That's
it's just
exactly
like,
what he finna do.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he definitely a good planner.
Yeah.
that's what Punisher.
He definitely gonna plan that.
Oh, but are we saying is Punisher gonna beat Wilson Fisk?
No.
No,
Bullseye.
I think it'd be more Bullseye.
If it's a gun battle, I can definitely see Punisher taking that L.
just too
Because that nigga don't walk around with no type of protection.
His aim good, but Punisher got big guns, bro.
Yeah, he got machine guns.
Tanks.
Like
he coming up with a tank.
While this nigga got
Snipe
a pistol,
this, nigga.
he will definitely rocket launch from across the shit and just blow the whole apartment up, bro. Like fuck you. I don't give no fuck about it.
Just being punished.
Bro, so why didn't the Punisher come and try and kill Fisk?
That'd have been hilarious. If that
would've been legit.
was a secret fourth
That
in the
would've been
battle,
legit, dude.
that'd been funny as
like,
hell.
it
Like,
makes
nigga, you
sense.
ain't seen you all season. You like,
I know.
I just heard someone say fist. I shut the fuck up.
I'd be like, bro, I know you know this nigga out. Bro, I know you want to kill that nigga.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like with Punisher season though, he solved his problem, which was like the only reason why he interacted with anybody is because they was related to his core problem of who the fuck fucked me up and killed my family.
But he figured that out. Right?
Yeah, he figured that out at the end of last season, and then killed his friend for it too, or beat the shit out of him. So after that, I think Punisher was like, "All right, I'm cool. I'm going to therapy now. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying not to shoot niggas, man. Mental health is important." Hashtag Kanye out the sunken place. But yeah, if y'all had to rate it, he out the sunken place, guys. Come on, cut him some slack. If y'all had to rate it, what would y'all give it? I'm giving it, in comparison to the other seasons of shit that we got from Marvel, I would give it a lit. I don't think it might have been a lit, but I think because everything else was so garbage, this was like a good refresher that it boosted the rating to lit for me. I think if I didn't have those other shows, I'd probably give it like a decent as hell plus. I thought it was okay. The Marvel never really pushes the envelope on the shows. They just do the basic things really well.
I mean, I think all the Daredevil seasons were good though.
Yeah. I'm fine.
2 was the weakest.
Yeah, 2 was the weakest for sure. It was still better than all the other seasons.
Yeah.
All the other shows, I mean. 100%.
But lit though? All of them lit?
No, not lit, no.
The first one was.
Yeah.
The second one was decent. Now this one is, I'm going to have to get it a straight up decent plus. Or not decent plus. A lit plus. Like
Lit plus?
Like, it... the what's his name? Kingpin was by far my favorite in all of superhero shit. Period. My favorite showing of a villain, like live action, better than the movies, better than Loki, better than Killmonger. Fuck that. This nigga was the best villain Marvel has had yet. And he made the show. And then on top, it ain't just like Jessica Jones where it's like, oh, the villain raw, but the character weak. Like that nigga Matt was raw too. Like everybody was lit. I liked it. Bullseye was honestly a weak part to me. Like I liked seeing him do shit, but like as far as a character, I don't like psychopath for psychopaths.
I didn't like that he had his own thing, but I did like his backstory episode. I like what Fisk did with that. like, and how they kind of was like,
You know,
oh yeah, this nigga.
they said the actor
and the
that
stalking
played,
thing was funny to me.
the actor
too.
that played Bullseye, he was like in the last round to play Captain America in the movies.
Oh,
He was like one of those runners up or something like that.
Wow, dang, could have been a whole different
I'm happy it
person.
was
out
Chris
here.
Evans. Though.
Really?
Yeah, no, 100. Yeah, I don't think I can't see him as Captain
I
America.
could have seen him in that skinny form. Pre-surgery.
I mean, but Chris Evans wasn't big before
That
that.
nigga looks scary as
Have you
hell.
seen Chris Evans before the role? He was a skinny
I
nigga too.
watched Fantastic
Even in Captain
Four.
America 1, even in Captain America 1, I don't think he was super. He was super small.
Hey, but Chris Evans a bitch though, 100. I hope you see this nigga because when you was playing Johnny Storm, you was like, I refuse to dye my hair, which is why Johnny Storm was a fucking brunette. But now you want to be Captain America, you dye your hair. That's bitch made, bro. Niggas ain't forgot, bro. Niggas ain't forgot, bro.
Hey, Chris Evans.
If I ever meet you, bro, I'm bringing it up.
Cut the check.
Yeah, I give it a lit too though. The Daredevil season.
I'll give it a Judge minus. I mean, it was
Somebody
hot.
still liked you. You like Blue
It was hot, but wow. No. Okay, so there's a couple things that I just didn't like about the show that I just couldn't shake off.
Okay.
One is Player 5 mentioned it a little bit, but the actual character development of Bullseye, I didn't like it. For one, going as, he's FBI, but he's a psycho.
How the fuck, right?
How did that happen
Yeah,
in the
we
first
talked about
place?
that.
Yeah. So, I mean, there had to have been some kind of psycho Val. And though he's like a high-functioning psychopath at that time, that shouldn't have went over. They should have caught that ish.
Hey, bro,
He should have never been there. That's one. Two.
He probably had his mama at the time. Because he was like regular before the psychic chick
Homie was psycho.
died.
No, she died before that when he was a teenager, bro.
Oh, she did? Oh, I thought she died when he was an adult. Oh, well, gotta go back and rewatch that shit. My bad. Go ahead.
But anyway, so that was one. And then two, I mean, Kingpin a boss. He a player. He knows how to like manipulate people. Okay. But I still think it was way too easy to flip. Like to flip Bullseye, like from being an FBI agent to being like his right hand man. I
kind of get it.
But it plays
that was
into him
too
being a
easy.
psychopath.
Yeah, I get it.
So basically, both of your issues, which makes sense because I don't like it either, and we actually talked about this before. Both of those issues make sense.
So like from what they were saying, he always needs an anchor or whatever, right? And like so the
Chris was his anchor.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah.
She was his anchor. Then the girl was his anchor, and then she died. Well, Fisk killed her intentionally so he could become the new anchor for him. So it makes sense.
But anyway,
It makes sense still a little like man.
Yeah.
That was one, and then the other one though was what was the other thing I was about to do? Oh, the whole Daredevil going through his own personal crisis, like trying to be I just want to be all Daredevil. Oh, I want to be Matt Murdock. I don't know. It was understandable just based on like the basic character progression for like a Marvel, well not Marvel, but just a superhero in general. You kind of like a identity crisis. But I guess I just personally just don't like it as like a thing in the first place.
I thought it made him look like a bitch when he complained about to like the pastor, like, you're the reason why I'm like this, or like his mom. I'm like,
we found out.
Nigga, they were telling you to stop being Daredevil like 2 seasons ago, nigga. You said fuck you, suck my dick. So you can't fucking blame them now, like that you can't quit. Like, no, you made that choice. You made that choice. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what can he blame that father for? Because he took care of him?
Because he didn't tell him the truth, bro. Like if you felt like you're alone, like I get it from the outside looking in, don't be a piece of shit. But from the inside, like, damn, bro, I've been an orphan. Y'all know I've been telling you, father.
My mother's been there the whole time.
Like I can't see shit. Don't nobody know I'm going.
But it's not his place to tell him what his mom. Like, that's his mom's decision. It's
not his place to lie to him. When they get in that confessional box, neither one of y'all supposed to lie.
But if he told him, hey, that's his mom, that's out of pocket for him. That's
okay, that's cool. But you still can be upset.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
can be
if
upset.
you were in that position, you wouldn't be pissed.
So I guess you could be mad, but I don't like how he's tying it to the fact that they you can't blame them for all the stupid shit you did as Daredevil. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I say he can be pissed because, like, let's say if like me and you hung out like every single day, and like let's say if I knew like your girl was cheating on you or something, and you coming to me every day like, man, I got these problems that are related to me not believing in like my girl being faithful, and I'm like, don't worry about it, bro. It'll work out, you feel me? And then you find out for years, my nigga, decades, bro. Yeah, I didn't know this shit.
But see, the secret though is that what you told me is related to like the struggles I'm having. I don't get how his struggles at Daredevil was in any way related to the fact that he didn't know who his mom was.
Yeah, because his childhood, because he felt alone, he became an aggressive child. Because he became an aggressive child and learning how to fight, that's how this nigga take out his loneliness, because that's how he connect with his dad. Yeah. The only nigga he got beating the fuck out of niggas. Yeah. That's what his dad used to do. True. So, I mean, partly, yes, him not feeling this connection is
when you put it that way, then I see your point.
No, I agree with that.
I can see why he got mad at the priest now, but I still think it was like not necessary. I mean, it was cool, I guess, like the story point getting deeper with Matt and like blah blah blah, your mom, blah blah blah. But it was actually more boring to me.
No, they had to set up for the priest dying too, so they had to do that.
Yeah.
And then, not to mention, he was like suicidal at one part too.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That was in the episode where Emma bitch ass was like running away and shit.
I mean, like he was like literally like on his knees, waiting for this kid to die.
No.
The chick, blonde chick. What is her name?
He told me her name Paige. Karen Paige.
Oh,
yeah, Karen Paige. That's right.
This nigga talking about
Emma. Who the fuck is that?
I just find it funny as hell how I love that scene though too when fucking Bullseye first showed up. And then he like just dropped everybody in the room. Foggy tried to hit him. He dropped that nigga. That other dude came up. He dropped that nigga. Then he goes up to Karen. And he's like, so just shoots that dude in the face. And he's like, what's up, Karen? And then just walks the fuck out. I thought that shit was funny as hell.
That was
because Karen fucked it up. Like that's my problem. It's like Karen fucked that shit up, and I was like, you deserved it.
How she fucked it up?
She was the one who like she threatened that dude to come there. Because remember, like, the guy who ended up shooting, he was like, no, I don't want to do anything. Like, something's going to happen. Right. And Karen was like, well, I can either, like, she, like, threatened him. She was like, something about his family or, like, you come and you do this thing. And he ended up fucking dying. True. So I'm like, wow, bitch. You see what happens?
I mean, what was the alternative, you know?
Huh?
What was the alternative?
You just don't let that nigga go. But I'm just saying, like, I appreciate when, like...
Don't let him go. I'm saying...
I just appreciate parts in, like, shows where, like, where I feel like it might be more realistic stuff happens. That's all. I just feel like it was good for her to like see that like shit don't always go how you think it's gonna go. Like the heroes ain't always there to save your ass, and Matt clearly wasn't there to save nobody.
Yeah, he was there. He just got body.
Sit the fuck down. All them cups he was throwing, them pens,
bro.
Fucked them up.
I'm happy Luke is canceled because if Luke wasn't canceled, he could have just walked in there. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
What you doing, Bullseye? Hey. You been throwing all the cups.
This could be in there.
He would have made Fist look like a baby back bitch. Oh my god.
Like, remember when Fist was struggling to break out them chains where he's like, Clink. That nigga looks like Clink.
Hey Fist, let me bench press you real quick, bro. Go to sleep, nigga. But yeah, sorry, you said lit.
No, lit minus, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's move